Yo, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be doing what if Deku had a Titan? Well, had a quirk. Well, had a Titan. Let's get straight into this video. Hello, Mrs. Midoriya. So it seems that you came to see what your son's quirk is. Well, I will be happy to tell you. His quirk is called Titan. He can transform into a Titan by either bleeding or communicating with his Titan. The Titan does have a mind of its own, but don't worry, it cannot take over Izuku's body or control him in any way. You won't have to worry. And also, just in case if you're worried, Izuku, you will be able to use it eventually. You'll just have to work very, very hard to know how to control this quirk. And you can also use a special move called Titan Skin. You can use the skin of your Titan to harden your body into a extremely tough metal. Thank you, Doctor, Inko Midoriya said. Oh, don't worry, Mrs. Midoriya. Happy to help. Come on, Izuku. Let's go home. Okay, Mom. Can we get some katsudon? Can you make some katsudon when you get home? Yeah, sure, sweetie. As Izuku Midoriya and Inko Midoriya went home, as Inko called Mitsuki over to see if Bakyo wanted to come over and also if she wanted to come over to catch up with her friend. And evidently she had nothing to do. Okay, Inko, I would love to come over and see what Izuku's quirk is. By the way, his quirk is called Titan Skin. His quirk is called Titan, as Inko explains what Titan is. Oh, I'm losing. Wow, that is an amazing quirk, Inko. I hope he becomes a future. Katsuki's quirk is explosions. Oh, that sounds like an amazing quirk, and also a very strong one as well. So, what do you think Izuku... So, do you think Izuku want to be a hero when he grows up? Of course. Of course, Mitsuki. Izuku idolizes All Might. Of course, he'll want to follow in his footsteps. As Mitsuki was talking to Inko the whole drive. Now, let's get to when Mitsuki gets to Inko Midoriya's house, or home. Hello, Inko. How are you? How have you been? Hey, Auntie Inko. I can't. I'm not gonna do that. Hey, Auntie Inko, how you been? I've been good, little Katsuki. Izuku's upstairs. You wanna go join him? Yes, thank you, Auntie. As Katsuki ran to Izuku's room. As Katsuki knocked on Izuku's door and Izuku opened it. Hey, Katsuki, come in, come in. As Katsuki came into Izuku's room. So, Katsuki, what's your quirk? My quirk is called explosions. As Katsuki used some explosions in his hands. Made some explosions in his hands. Wow! What's your quirk, Izuku? Oh, my quirk is called Titan. And as Izuku explained what Titan is. Wow, Izuku, that is so overpowered. But don't think just because you have a strong quirk doesn't mean you'll be the #1 hero, because that's my spot. Oh, you're on, Katsuki. Best man wins? You know it, Izuku. Let's time skip to when Izuku and Katsuki is 12 years old. Basically, their childhood has been great. Since Izuku has a quirk in this one, Katsuki and him are the best of friends. But since, Bakugo is still going to be Bakugo, he still is going to have an arrogant personality. But, he respects Izuku for having a strong quirk. He still respects Izuku for having a strong quirk. Now let's go to when Izuku and also Izuku always made sure that um he didn't bleed or bled because you remember what the doctor said, and he doesn't want to cause anybody trouble, especially his mother, because she will probably most likely get blamed for this happening. So he made sure always to keep out of trouble and never get into any fights or anything like that. But him and Katsuki always trains a lot together. So basically they do train a lot. So let's go to when they are 12 and are training. Izuku, watch out! As Katsuki threw an explosion at Izuku, but unfortunately Izuku's armor was unfortunately his Titan skin was not activated, so Katsuki accidentally exploded Izuku, shot an explosion at Izuku, so unfortunately he started to bleed. And then as he transformed into the armored Titan form, as you can see on the screen. As you can see on the screen. As Izuku roared on the top of his lungs and ran at Katsuki. As Katsuki said, "Oh no!" and ran away from the scene. As Izuku couldn't see Katsuki anymore because he was too, as Katsuki was too far away for Izuku to see him. So Izuku just decided to bash random buildings he sees. And then as the police tried to take care of it, but unfortunately they could not. So the heroes, or the pro heroes, had to be called and had to step in. It got so bad to the point where Izuku, and they do not know that Izuku is a 12-year-old kid. All they know is that he's causing trouble and they need to take care of it. So All Might was called onto the scene. And also, by the way, the ship is going to be Mount Lady plus female Eren Yeager. Why? Because I want to. They're both going to be hero. Well, Eren is going to be a hero, but Mount Lady is going to be 12 years old, or is going to be 12 years old at this time. She's going to be in UA, but Eren is going to be uh Eren is going to be a hero. And also Eren's personality is the same as it is in the manga and also the anime. She doesn't really like to talk to anybody. She's a loner. She's, she's the same as she is in canon. I don't know what else to say except for that. So, as Izuku's still rampaging all across the town, female Eren Yeager decided to step in and help take care of Izuku. Basically, All Might was not enough because with a 100% Detroit smash, he still couldn't defeat Izuku. Yes, Izuku's skin or Titan skin is that hard because of course it is. It has to be. Oh, and by the way, let me show you what female Eren's Titan looks like. This is what it just basically looks like. And also, I'm just gonna call her Mikasa for just... I don't want to keep calling her female Eren, so I'm just gonna call her Mikasa. Female Eren's name is Mikasa. So as Mikasa got onto the scene, and then as she transformed into her Titan as well, she bit her hand and transformed into her Titan. As she looked at Izuku, and then as Izuku looked at her, she ran at Izuku with full speed and tried to tackle Izuku, but Izuku saw this coming from a mile away, so he dodged and punched Eren in the face, sending her flying. But then she regained her composure and landed on both of her feet. But then Izuku saw this coming as well, so he rushed at her once more. As Izuku rushed at her once more and slammed into her like a semi truck. Izuku ran into Mikasa like a flying semi truck, going full speed. Just so you guys know, he's kind of like the Juggernaut, or at least he kind of is like the Juggernaut. Basically, once Izuku gets up to that momentum, he cannot be stopped by anything or no one. Kind of like the Juggernaut, as I said before. Let's go to when Izuku and Mikasa start to fight. And by the way, Mikasa cannot talk in her Titan form, obviously. As Mikasa ran in and tried to do a sumo wrestling plex, a sumo plex, but unfortunately Izuku saw this coming from a mile away because he has I'm gonna give him an extra ability called Sense. Basically, he can sense any oncoming attack that will cause him harm. Yes, why am I giving him this? Because I want to. I want Izuku to be as overpowered as possible. And yeah, let's get back into this. As Mikasa ran in and punched Izuku with full force, but Izuku punched her arm back and he broke Mikasa's arm. He broke Mikasa's arm. And Izuku just loves to fight. If I didn't explain this before, Izuku loves to fight. He is a fighting maniac. He loves anything to do with fighting. He knows Kenjutsu, Dojutsu, and Kendo as well. Izuku's pretty versatile when it comes to martial arts. So let's get back into the fight. As Izuku broke Mikasa's arm as she reeled back in pain, and then Izuku took this opportunity to throw a flurry of punches at Mikasa, and then did a roundhouse kick to her face, and as she was sent careening back, I kid you not, Izuku grabbed her and started to manhandle her through buildings, run through buildings with her in his hands. And then as Izuku grabbed Mikasa by the throat and slammed her down onto the ground. As Izuku roared in victory thinking he won, but she ended up squeezing him between her thighs and cracked his neck. But Izuku healed from this very quickly, I might add. Izuku healed from this rather quickly and then grabbed Mikasa's arms and ripped them off. But she does not stop there, as she used her legs to what do you call it? She used her legs to kick Izuku in the face, and she broke her leg as well. Izuku's Titan skin is very, very, very hard, and Izuku's not in control because because he was fighting somebody, and when Izuku fights, he gets really into it. So, and also he does not know how to control his Titan form because he never trained in his Titan form. He's only trained in his regular body. So Izuku does not have much experience using his Titan form. But the Titan does know how to fight thanks to Izuku's training. The Titan does have Izuku's martial arts skills, so that's why he's winning against a pro. But if it was regular Izuku going against Mikasa, aka female Eren Yeager, he wouldn't have been able to defeat her. That's the sad truth. So, as Izuku grabbed Mikasa's leg and broke it, as one of her arms healed by this point, so basically Izuku had, and actually she started to get a little serious, and she rushed at Izuku and got into her angry Titan form, and then she just started to dominate Izuku. And then she eventually ripped off Izuku's head and rip off Izuku's arms and rip off Izuku's legs and punch a hole punch a punch um punched a hole through Izuku's stomach, I meant to say. And then as she busted out of her Titan form, and as Izuku's Titan form started to disintegrate, I guess you can say. But then Izuku came out of its neck, and then he was unconscious. But Eren decided that he was one of, they had the same exact quirk, so she thought that it was just a villain with the same exact quirk as her, but she was wrong, and it was Izuku. He fell out the neck sack and fell unconscious. And his Titan body started to disintegrate along with him. Well, he didn't disintegrate, he just fell unconscious and the Titan body disintegrated. And Eren did the same as well. As she walked towards Izuku, and as she saw it was a little kid, 12 years old to be exact, she was kind of surprised that a 12-year-old that had this much martial arts training so far as to almost defeat her. But she doesn't know that he doesn't have any control over uh over his Titan form. So as he got taken to the hospital, and then he had the police try to arrest him, but Inkomadoria was luckily got on the scene and then told the heroes that he had no control over his quirk. So he's just a 12-year-old boy. You can't arrest my baby boy. He does not have any control over his quirk. Ma'am, that doesn't matter. He still caused plenty of buildings to be destroyed, tens of thousands of dollars. And then as Mikasa got onto the scene, and then as she said, "Don't worry, I'll take care of him," in a feminine but commanding voice. And then as she said, "The kid didn't know what he was doing. This happened to me the first time I transformed into my Titan. I'll take care of him. I'll train him." And the police had no choice in the matter because she's a pro hero. She's in the top 10. She's actually number 3 to be exact. Number 3 hero. And she doesn't really have a hero name. They just call her they just call her Titan, basically. And her hero name is her actual name, which is Mikasa. So, for when Izuku woke up, he heard about what happened, and so did everybody else. Ever since then, Izuku has been outcasted in his school. He was called the Berserker Titan. People bullied him and called him the Berserker Titan in hopes to make fun of him. And also, Bakugo and him are not friends anymore because, he literally tried to kill Bakugo by stepping on him or punching him. So from that day on, Bakugo hated Izuku, and he was just isolated in his school and every other school he went to. But Eren did train Izuku, and he did kind of get some of her personality, but not all of it. His personality wise, his personality is just basically Deadpool kind of personality. He loves to joke around, but once he gets into a fight, he still jokes, but he's serious. But if you threaten any of his comrades or friends, he will get serious and absolutely destroy you. As I said before. What did happen? So as let's time skip to when Izuku Midoriya is 15 years old, and Eren is about let's say 22. She's 22, Izuku's 15. I don't care what y'all say. I really don't care what y'all say. If you don't like this, you can leave. If you don't like my what if or how I do things, you can go. I will be happy for you two guys. I will be so happy if you guys leave. Really, I really would. Because this is my YouTube channel. I run things around here. If you don't like it, go to another YouTube channel. But if you guys want me to add anybody else in the ship, please tell me. I will be happy to add anybody else in the ship. I love harem. I love harem anime. I love it. And over this time, Izuku developed feelings for Eren, but she's emotionless, so she can't really feel emotions. But when she's around Izuku, she just has the time of her life. She likes Izuku, basically, is what I'm saying. And also, Izuku has control over his Titan form, but he doesn't prefer to use it because of the simple fact that there is in no possible situation except for few case scenarios where he will need to use his Titan form. So he just likes to use his Titan skin most of the time. And as I said before, Izuku is very well trained in martial arts. Very well trained. Especially now since he's been training with a pro hero. Now, let's get into the actual start of the anime. I wonder what Eren's doing. I really do miss her. As Izuku called up Eren. Hey, Eren, what's up? Oh, nothing much, Izuku. What are you doing? Nothing much, Izuku. Just chilling in my bed. What are you doing? Oh, nothing. Just playing some video games and, training also. I'm also training. Huh. That sounds like fun, Izuku. You wanna come to my home? You wanna come to my house so we can train together? Of course. I love training with you. Especially since you can handle most of my full power. Oh, don't mess with me like that, Eren. You know you've been using your Titan the longest. Yeah, I still don't care. I like to mess with you. Yeah, whatever. As Izuku asked his mother if he can go to Eren's house so she and him can train together, and of course she said yes because she likes Eren and hopes that they get together already because she knows that Izuku likes Eren and her, and yeah, she hopes they get together, because she really likes her though. She does. So as Izuku walked to her house, Izuku walked to Eren's house, as he knocked on her door, then as she saw that he had that she had on a sports bra with some tights, some tight. I can't believe I'm about to do this. She had a sports bra on, and she has, uh, she's Ria's Grimmery. If you guys know what I mean, if you know what I mean, you know, she's Ria's Grimmery. But I'm just gonna say it. Her bust, She's Ria's Grimmery's types of bust. She has big boobs. That's what I'm trying to say. She has big boobs. Okay. And she had tight workout pants. I don't know how to say it. She has on some tights. She has um some tight pants on. Some tight workout pants on. Is what I'm trying to say. If you guys know what I mean, please tell me you know what I mean. While Izuku had on a shirtless sleeveless shirt with some gym shorts. Izuku basically, you know, he had a tight gym shirt. He had a tight gym shirt with You guys know what I mean. It has a tight gym shirt with some gym pants, basically. And as Izuku blushed, and so did Aaron, and then as she said, "Well, Izuku, come in," with a soft and caring voice. As Izuku walked into the house, still with a flushed face on him, but Aaron did also, so he didn't mind. He thought she looked preferred. He thought she looked cute with a flushed face on, so he didn't really mind. As Izuku got down to the training room and decided that today is going to be the day that he confesses to Aaron. He doesn't care if she says no. They would still be friends either way, so it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win situation for him. If she says yes, good. If she says no, he doesn't care. They will still be friends. He will not ruin their relationship, though it will make it a little awkward, but other than that, he doesn't care. And Aaron thought the exact same as Izuku. And also, they are really drawn together because of their Titan gene. I'm just gonna make this up I'm just gonna make this up. Basically, they're Titans. They have Titan instinct, so they want to mate with each other since they both have admittedly strong Titans, and ever since she fought with Izuku in their Titan form, she couldn't get enough of training or fighting with Izuku because finally someone with the exact same quirk can fight almost better and stronger than her. So she really likes Izuku is what I'm trying to say. So as Izuku and Mikasa got into the training room, as basically they were just lifting weights, practicing kendo moves, practicing some martial arts until they actually decided to fight against each other. No quirks, just hand-to-hand combat. Good old hand-to-hand combat. As Izuku rushed at Mikasa, and as Mikasa sidestepped Izuku, and then they both as they both rushed at each other, and Izuku sidestepped Mikasa, and then did one of those moves where you sidestep your opponent and then put them in a headlock. As as he put her in a headlock and got on top of her from the back, but then she kicked Izuku in the back, which made him lose some which made him loosen up his grip against her, and so she got on top of Izuku and pinned him down, and then as she said, "I won." As he looked at her, and then as she looked at him as well. And then as Izuku said, "Mikasa, I have something to tell you." He wasn't scared, he wasn't flustered, he was just nervous that she would say no. And as she was thinking that he would probably say, "You are good at fighting" or something, but then after he got finished with her sentence, she would tell him how she actually felt about him. And then as he said, "Mikasa, I love you." As she got flustered and immediately got off of Izuku, then as Izuku said, "I'm sorry if you don't like me back, or if you don't have the same feelings as you do towards me, but I really want to be with you. Ever since I finally got to know you, everybody calls you mean, scary, and all of that stuff, but I see you for who you truly are, a kind, caring, strong, independent woman who is very beautiful. I want to be with you. I love you, Mikasa." As Izuku walked up to Mikasa and kissed her on the lips. yes, he really does love Mikasa with all his heart, so he wants to be with her also. And then as Mikasa slowly starts to kiss back, and then as uh what do you call it? As Izuku pulled her close, and then as they stopped kissing, and then as he said, "Will you be my girlfriend and my future wife?" As Mikasa chuckled and blushed a little bit as well, and then as she said, "Of course, dummy." And then they kissed again. Let's time skip past the 10 months. Over these 10 months, they took it slow. Of course they took it slow. They took it slow, slow and steady wins the race, as you all hear. They didn't do anything rash since they wanted their relationship to last. They wanted to have a pure relationship, nothing bad or lewd or something like that. So they took it slow. They took it slow, took it slow, took it slow. And they went on tons of dates, and I mean a lot of dates. And I mean, when I say a lot, I mean a lot of dates. Like, they really did love each other. And Izuku and Eren decided to keep their relationship a secret, but of course, you can't hide anything from Mama Inko. So when Izuku got home that night that they actually became boyfriend and girlfriend, she immediately knew by Izuku's happy demeanor, and he looked like he could rule the world. He looked like he just felt that he could rule the world. Like, he was just so happy that this happened. He finally got a chance. He finally found happiness with Mikasa. So Izuku was beyond happy. As Izuku as Izuku was overpowered, just overpowered. He didn't care what people thought about him as long as he had Mikasa by his side. He didn't care about anything. He didn't even care if the world ended. As long as long as Mikasa was by his side, he didn't care. So, let's go to the entrance exams. As Izuku and Mikasa were walking together. And also, Mikasa is about 5'6", and Izuku's about 5'7". I'll say that. Izuku's pretty tall. As they were holding hands, and then as they were talking to each other. So, Izuku, why didn't you want to be recommended? Because I want to prove to everybody that I can do this. I want to prove to all of the people that called me the Berserker Titan that I'm not a monster. I want to be here. I want to be a hero. I want everybody to know that I am here, that I will be the #1 hero, and that's nothing that they can do about it. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. My my mom called me. I'm home alone by myself, and she called me to see what was I doing. Sorry about that. But let's get back into this video. As Izuku said all of those things, and as Mikasa said, and that's why I fell in love with you, Izuku Midoriya. Aw, shucks. I love you too, Mikasa. As they shared a kiss, and that's where, as they shared a kiss, and that's where I'm going to be leaving this video off, because this video has been going on for way too long, and I gotta end this video. I really do. I gotta do some stuff. If you guys can see, it is 7:05, and this is the time where I usually help my. I usually just do some random stuff around the house, clean up. That's the time. So basically, I know my schedule now. The schedule is going to be Monday through Saturday. I mean, Sunday through Saturday. Basically, I'm gonna be posting 2 times a day. I hope that is sufficient enough for you guys. I really hope that you like this video. Please please like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you know when I'm going to be posting my next video. I will see you all later, and peace. I love you all.